Alright, welcome to the desktop, and once again today we'll be talking about sending and receiving email and how to set up email properly in your local email client on your computer. There are many mail clients out there, including Microsoft's Outlook, Outlook Express, Windows Mail, Windows Live Mail, Mozilla Thunderbird, Eudora, Apple Mail, Opera Mail, and many more. Many mail clients today have taken what used to be plain text email clients and have made them into graphical user interfaces, or what we call a GUI. There are many web-based email clients outside of popular email providers. So besides web-based Gmail, Yahoo, Microsoft's MSN Live, and Hotmail accounts, there are another web-based email programs that will also allow you to connect using POP, IMAP, and SMTP email protocols, which we'll get a little more in depth to today. On all of our servers here at Client Computers, we have SquirrelMail, Roundcube, and Horde as three options for web-based email clients. Let's talk a little bit more about those protocols now that we've looked at this list, and this is just on Wikipedia, a list of email clients available. Just go to a search engine like Google and searching email clients and space wiki, W-I-K-I, and this same page will come up. Let's close out of this Wikipedia article though, and we'll go into some of those protocols that we're talking about. First protocol that we're going to talk about is Post Office Protocol, or what is known as POP. Post Office Protocol, or POP, is the incoming delivery of your email to your email client. POP, as we will talk later on, let's close this scheme here. POP, as we'll talk later on, will come in on the default port of 110, but there's other email providers and ISPs that will require it to come in on different ports or secure ports, and we'll get a little bit more in depth with that. POP is really just a delivery between your email server through your ISP and your local mail client on your computer, whether it be, once again, the Outlook, Outlook Express, or any email client that you're using on your computer. If we close out of the POP, once again on that Wikipedia article, there's Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, or what's known as SMTP. SMTP goes side by side with POP, and SMTP is going to be the outgoing email communication in your mail client, communicating with your mail server and sending outgoing messages. By default, SMTP is always connected using port 25. More commonly nowadays, SSL and TLS, the secure connection ports, is very common or requested by email providers out there. And we'll close out of that error message again there, I apologize. But SMTP goes out of the secure ports to help ISPs and email providers block potential spam, or be able to guide the user by making sure that the emails going out are not part of a mass mail attack or anything coming from the user's computer. And then last but not least is we have IMAP, or IMAP, which stands for Internet Message Access Protocol. It's becoming more and more popular. IMAP mirrors what's out on the server. So with high-speed internet connections in the home and more allowed space on the email provider's end, IMAP is becoming more and more popular for people to use, especially as they have more devices set up, connecting from iPhones and any smartphone out there, a tablet, a laptop while they're on the go, and then going back to their desktop computer. They're mirroring what messages are out there on the server, unlike POP, where it downloads those messages through the incoming ports onto the local machine. Let's go ahead and close out of both of these Wikipedia articles though. Outlook by default, and that's what we're going to be going in depth and setting up the email clients today. It's actually part of the Microsoft Office suite. But you don't need to run out and buy Microsoft Office. There are many free email clients, as we saw in that previous Wikipedia article, even included in Windows, or by a simple download. Outlook Express was popular in Windows XP and prior. In Windows Vista, Microsoft came out with Windows Mail. In Windows 7, Microsoft came out with Windows Live Mail, making it part of their Live Essential suite, but still a free download. Windows 8 is still considered Windows Live Mail, but built more into the new Start menu and the GUI interface of Windows 8. So let's open up the Microsoft Outlook, which I have down here at the bottom of our screen in our taskbar. While we look around, you'll notice that there is more to it than just the mail. Down here in the bottom left, we have the mail, calendar, tasks, contacts, and much more that's available right here in Outlook. All of this is stored locally though on the computer in what's called the Outlook data file. It includes your contacts, your calendar, your tasks. This is a PST file loaded in your computer and stored locally in the computer, known as the Outlook data file. We can collapse it, restore it, and every folder that's listed under the Outlook data file is stored in that file format called a PST. By default, your brand new PST file will be just short of 300 kilobytes. But as you download emails using the POP protocol, where it downloads it off of the ISP server and into your local machine, it's saving that information or those emails, including attachments and any pictures, into that PST file. Once again, IMAP is going to be a little bit different though. The emails stay on the provider server, and your computer simply is a mirror image of what's on the provider server. The folder on the left will actually be located on the server and not in the PST file. For someone that travels though, IMAP may not be the best way if they don't always have access to the internet. Once again, the emails will be stored out on the ISP server and not on the local machine. So if they're traveling, POP might be the best option because those emails that were previously downloaded are going to be available to the user whether they're accessing the internet or not. For example, if you're out on a plane or in an airport, you're going to be able to access all those emails, type new emails, and hit send, but once you get internet connection again, they'll properly send out. Your emails won't be available to you with IMAP. Although IMAP, once again, becoming more commonly used with smartphones, especially with not being much space on the phone itself, there's plenty of space on the server end. So IMAP is mirroring what's out on the server and not actually downloading anything to the phone, but mirroring what's out on the server. If you were to delete an email or maybe leave it marked as unread, when you get back home and check it on your desktop, a laptop, or any tablet, you're going to be seeing those emails. Whether you leave it out there, or if you delete it, obviously it's getting rid of it off the server's end. Now let's go ahead and set up an email address today. What we're going to set up is a Google Gmail email account in Microsoft Outlook. This is Microsoft Outlook 2010 it looks like. So let's go ahead and minimize Outlook. We're going to have to go into Gmail first, and I'll show you why. Gmail is going to be a little bit picky on their email settings. Instead of using the standard incoming and outgoing ports, Gmail requires some specific ports. Just a little bit different, those secure ports, but it allows Gmail to better track the users and what emails are coming in and out. Now also, POP, IMAP, and SMTP are not defaulted on with Gmail. So if you're sending an email with Gmail from your mail client, you first have to go into your Gmail account, as we have done here. This email address is just Kleincom, short for Klein Computers, @gmail.com. We're going to go up to our settings here in the top right corner, down to the third from bottom settings icon. Once this comes up, we're going to click on Forwarding and POP IMAP Setting at the top, the sixth tab in there. And we're going to check that Enable POP for all mail, Enable IMAP for all mail. You'll see we already had